as a woman, you know, you always struggle with wanting to feel beautiful, and you see models and women in fashion and in TV, and sometimes pornography, and you see this beautiful look from head to toe, and including that is the center of the woman, the vagina, and covered by hair or not hair, and the ideal is not hair.
On women, I was always told, coming up through my training, that the purpose for pubic hair was to, as a barrier, to get stuff from entering the vagina and the vulva, just keeping stuff out, kind of as a barrier to things.
Perhaps there's a sense of shame, or I don't know, about pubic hair.
I think it's gonna make a point about what lengths women are willing to go through for their beauty, and maybe make people examine what they're willing to do for beauty. And I think it needs to be discussed, and this is a way to open up discussion by actually seeing the process.
One mustn't show one's animal nature. Grooming? I just learned about it now.
Oh, waxing.
Well,
removal.
waxing, oh, I guess I've heard about that. I have no interest in that. I don't wear bikinis. Never have.
I think it's up to whoever owns it to decide what to do with it.
When people first started shaving themselves, you know, we were very mortified and said, you know, you can't do this, your risk of infection will go up. Well, that really didn't happen.
I mean, it's there. It's not like I can do anything about it. I mean, preferably it not being there, but that's a whole nother story.
I prefer clean and shaven. That's me. It's my preference. I would have to agree with that.
I feel a little pressured sometimes to get rid of it, simply because in movies they do show women who tend to shave it a lot. I'm very lucky because he had never seen, I mean, he'd never before, so it was cool.
I think natural works to me, yeah. And however, you know, in Chinese culture, for the girls, for the female people, they shall be a little bit traditional.
It's like a checklist: nails, hair, pubic hair, legs, armpits, and it's hard to keep up with. I've groomed myself, and it's frustrating. And I've talked to a lot of my friends about it, and they're like, oh yeah, I get a bump here, I get this, you know, is there something wrong with my vagina?
When pubic hair is removed, some people do great and fine, and they're very happy and they like it better. But some people get very irritated. They come in and they're itching a lot, because anytime hair grows back, when people are shaved for surgery, even on their abdomen, sometimes when the hair grows back, it's itchy and uncomfortable.
I was itching, and I'm like, okay, why am I itching? Then I noticed when I looked down there, there were caked up substance, and I'm sitting there like, okay, this is gross and nasty, and I felt very yuck. And at the time, I had the boyfriend, the same boyfriend I have now, and you know, we were kind of like, what is that? So I went to the doctor, and they were like, have you been waxed recently? And I said, yeah. And they were like, you don't need to do that again. Don't do a Brazilian again. And I was like, but isn't it cute, you know, whatever. They were like, it's cute, but you're itching and you're infected and you're swollen. So that's what led me to go, because I mean, it began to stink. I mean, I ended up having bacterial vaginosis from it.
And so some people come in to see me and they say, you know, I shaved and I cannot believe this, but I have this terrible thing going on, but it's usually just a local reaction.
I'm now really scared for getting waxed myself.
Perhaps your experience won't be like mine. Depending on what you get, I would say don't get a Brazilian. I would say get a bikini. Just get it nice and neat and keep going.
When somebody shaves off everything, sometimes they come in very irritated, but I don't think it's really an infection as much as it's just, I guess, a difference in their flora changes and things.
Their parents will tell them, just be natural. Just don't try to, you know, decorate yourself that much. Just like what you really looks like, yeah, and be traditional. Yeah, but that kind of my point of view, because if I have a daughter, I will ask her to do that. Yeah, but not everyone, not every family do that.
It serves a function. I understand it could be painful. I don't know. But yeah, I guess I've heard about it, but it doesn't hold personal interest. I was wondering if you were going to ask me if I had pubic hair, so I'm relieved you didn't ask me that.
I do feel pressured by society or people I have been intimate with to do something about it, but I usually push it out of my mind and I don't care because it's my business and I do what I want.
A Brazilian today, like you say I'm getting a Brazilian, everyone knows that you have a naughty weekend planned.
Yes, I think there's a huge increase of people altering their pubic hair. There's just about any design you can think of, halfway, all the way, just in certain places, and you see designs within it. Just
If I can laugh about it, that'd be worth something, like the lightning bolt or unicorn. You know, even like a starry night. Although blue and orange pubic hair really may not be the highlight of your day, but I'd at least get a chuckle out of it and be at least entertained with the craftsmanship.
A merkin is essentially a pubic wig, and there's a part in 30 Rock where actually Jenna says that she's going to cut her hair and not donate it to Locks of Love because they turned her down because her hair was too processed, and said she's going to donate her hair to Merkins of Hope. And this is something that. Again, this is a division between art and pornography that prostitutes would have worn an exaggerated pubic wig to suggest their hypersexuality. It's that the signifier of sexuality gone crazy, so more hair than you actually would have seen on a real woman.
I personally, the whole shaved clean thing, in my opinion, okay, it's pedophilia coming back because the whole thing recently has been like super skinny, flat-chested. Now we're doing no pubic hair. Prepubescent, a little, to me, personally. It's a little disgusting.
when people get some STDs such as crabs, the first thing they do is shave it off because they don't want to use any special shampoos or medicine down there, which tends to be more irritating than, the treatment's more irritating than just shaving everything off and saying, well, they're gone. So I think most people do that. But as far as chlamydia, gonorrhea, that's, it ends up being sexually transmitted with intercourse, and so the pubic hair is not going to do anything to stop that. And the HPV virus, or the virus that causes cervical cancer, is it's spread by touch. So the pubic hair is really, I can't think of how it could be a barrier to that either.
I'm very nervous about getting this done today because I think it's going to hurt and maybe be embarrassing.
A patient of ours had a wax job, and when they ripped the wax off and I don't know what the paper is called that the wax gets attached to, but when they ripped it off, they ripped her whole vulva open, and an ambulance came and she had to be rushed to the operating room, and actually she lost a lot of blood and needed transfusions, and there's a good bit of blood supply down there.
We're going into a nice place. I need to put on my nice shoes. It's a lady place. I don't want them to think I'm a savage, so I'm gonna put them on. Hi.
Anna?
Yes.
All right. How are you? My name is Christina. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. Like I said, the waxes are already here.
Okay.
We got 4 different ones. It depends on what kind of hair you're gonna remove. This must be the one for the Brazilian because we don't need strips. We're gonna use both of them, the ones with the strips and the ones without.
Okay.
And what I'm gonna ask you to do is you're gonna remove your bottoms. Most of the times we give disposable panties, but since everything is coming out, it's always in my way.
Okay.
So I don't want nothing because I ended up asking you, can you move it here? Can you move it there? So no, just take everything, the bottoms down.
Okay.
Lay down in here, and then I'm gonna give you a. I'm sorry. You're gonna put this by your waist and lay right here.
Okay.
And that's all you gotta do.
Okay.
No, you okay?
I'm good.
Okay.
But whatever's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If you start to get hot, let me know, and I have a little fan in there. We can turn it on. All right. How can you be comfortable, right?
Yeah.
It's like when you go to the doctor, just relax. Really?
Okay, and David, you're not gonna see anything, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Promise.
You're not gonna. I'm not saying the camera.
And it's gonna look so good. You wanna show all your friends. Trust me, when I had my first one, that's what I did.
Oh.
So it was hard to find somebody that do the Brazilian?
Yeah, they were all freaking out.
No, you know what? I think Savannah is too traditional.
Yes.
Most of my Brazilians that come in here, they cannot find anywhere else. I don't know why. Okay, this is a different wax.
Okay.
And sometimes I let the clients choose if they wanted to go on and really get it all off, or we can leave a strip in there.
Leave a strip.
We didn't get to that part yet.
I have a feeling I'll want the strip. Did you get that?
I know. That's it. Okay. Alright, definitely a strip? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely a strip.
No, I have never done a man, so I really don't know.
You've never done a man? Really?
I have couple asking me, but I really don't know why that purpose. But I don't. I think I can do it, but I never done one, and I don't think I wanted to do one.
Maybe a gay guy? I don't know.
You know, they didn't look gay.
They didn't look gay?
No.
Huh, because I know most straight men do not care that much.
Right. I do back waxes, though. You know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you get grossed out?
No, not really.
No? No, I guess if this doesn't gross you out, nothing should.
Yeah. I had clients that they say, you know, my husband didn't like it. He didn't want to sleep with me because I look like a kid. And you can get yourself ready.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Anna Kate, tell me, was it that bad?
It hurt a lot.
Yeah.
It hurt a lot, but that's not her fault. That's not her fault.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just have low pain
Alright.
tolerance.
Would you do it again?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Full sentence, please.
I would do it again because I don't know yet because I haven't looked, but I think it probably looks good. It's upkeep, and I don't think a lot of people realize not only the upkeep involved with female pubic hair, but also, you know, the insecurities that pubic hair can give women. And the expectations that men have for women's pubic hair.
I would not wax. No. I think a razor would be just fine.
The term manscape, I believe everyone should just take care of their lawn. Doesn't have, it doesn't have to be scorched earth, doesn't need to be dirt, but it at least needs to, not be a forest.
Yeah, I shave yeah, definitely shave. It's pretty much clean shaven. Yeah.
That's still a little prepubescent, and that's awesome if they want to do that, because that's a total kind of, it takes away their masculinity slightly, I feel like. So if they want to do it, like, go for it, I don't care.
Especially since 1960s feminist art, there's been a reclaiming of pubic hair in art, because that abstraction of the female body is also a political abstraction. If you're stripping the female body of its actions, you're stripping it of its meaning as well.
As a professional, I would say I think that if it doesn't bother you, it doesn't really bother us. If everything's really about comfort, and if you're